I just love myself, bitch. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the flyest bitch of them all? I am.
Alright, what's up, guys? I'm Mike,
I'm Mike.
and this is the Average Size Junk podcast / YouTube channel. Basically, what we're going to do is once a week, we're going to cover some sports material mostly, and whatever cool shit's going on in the world.
And it's all not going to be edited, so things are kind of going to get ridiculous sometimes because it's just going to be a straight shot hour long.
Yep. Other than our penis size, the show's called Average Size Junk because we're just two average dudes literally sitting on the living room floor. No, this isn't like our mom's basement. It's my wife's living room. So it's like way more mature than that.
Yeah.
So that's basically what's going to go on. This is going to be mainly for gambling purposes. Not a lot of picks going on right now, but as football and basketball roll on, there'll be more and more. We'll try to give you baseball picks here and there, but to be honest, we're not all that great at baseball anyway. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, we're just trying to talk cool shit and get people riled up, and maybe talk some shit on Twitter, wherever else. So, you guys want to fire at us? Do it anytime. Hopefully, you'll listen, and we'll get rolling here. We're coming off a weird night.
Yeah, it was super weird tonight.
Yeah, we went out to the local casino. We're from Youngstown, Ohio. So there's not dick to do here. We're drinking Steel Reserve,
Yeah.
watermelon and pineapple. It's 2 a.m., so like everybody's asleep in bed. They're not allowed to do shit. And so we went to the casino tonight. On our way, we saw like Smoking Hottie in the line at the gas station buying lottery tickets, which was awesome. Like, you never see that.
No, that was amazing.
So we talked to her a little bit, which was cool. Major ego boost.
Yeah.
We ran a whole consecutive 20 minutes today, so we were feeling good from that anyway.
Yeah, we didn't stop a single
No,
time.
not a
20
single
minutes.
time. No, there was so much wheezing and tits
Yeah,
bouncing.
it was-
it was like Carmen and Pamela on Baywatch, but
Yeah,
nobody
but
was jerking off but us.
But everyone's so proud of us, though, so it's okay.
So we talked to her. She loved us.
Yeah.
And then we went to the casino, and your first spin,
My
right?
first spin, bam, $120.
On the 2 cent?
Yeah, on a 2-cent machine.
On the 2 cent machine, $120. So we're like, that's all we really have. So fuck that. We're gonna take that money and run. I almost lost everything like immediately. And at the end, I jumped on like $1 Monopoly thing. On my last spin, I hit $115. Cash that out. So fucking sweet night for us. $100 is like so much money for us.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of fucking money. I mean,
Yeah.
by you saying you lost almost everything, that's like $25.
This is $25.
Yeah,
yeah. That's what we went there with. One hat from Lids.
Yeah.
And that's with the club card if you could afford it at the time.
Right. I had to use yours yesterday, actually.
Yeah. Sorry at Lids if we got you in trouble for that scam. So then after that, we went to Taco Bell. Classic to do. One of the first sober Taco Bell trips we've ever had.
Yeah, I think so.
And we won 6 soft tacos.
Yeah, just
So,
won them. I don't even know how it happened. I
this-
don't understand it.
One of the most hideous Taco Bell workers you could ever imagine.
I don't
like,
even know what it was.
Do you want 6 soft tacos in your bag? We're like, well, we didn't fucking order 6 soft tacos.
Yeah.
We're like, you want them? Yeah, we'll take them.
Yeah.
so we won 6 soft tacos.
We did. It was glorious.
It was, pretty awesome night for us. So
Oh,
we're
and then we
pumped
hit
up.
Yeah, and then we hit Sheets on the way home, and I hit that $20 scratch off.
$20 scratch
It's been-
off on
yeah.
a 5.
And
So
like, listen, we have the most. Like, we're decent at gambling, but like as far as like blind luck, we're absolutely terrible.
terrible.
So it's
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Just besides that, anything else you need to know about us, you could always hit us up. We work midnight, so we're up basically just 24 hours a day, honestly.
Yeah,
Sleep like dogs, just like little naps here and there. So that's basically the story with us. We'll get into it a little bit and start covering what we want to cover. To start off, like a reason this show is going to benefit you is pretty soon it's looking like sports gambling is going to be legalized countrywide.
Yeah, which is going to be awesome. It's, I mean, obviously there's a lot of people that do it now, but it's kind of, you got to jump through hoops to do it, and, it's a huge pain in the ass sometimes. So, yeah, it'll definitely, I think it's going to become huge when it does.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, to just be able to go to your book at like our local casino where we just have slots and horses right now. We'll just be able to go there and put in bets completely above board and legal, which is, I believe, what most people want, is to legally gamble. I mean, there's enough ways to fuck up. That's the stupidest way.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's looking like that. So, pretty soon, everybody's going to be able to do it, and you're all going to fucking do it, no matter if your wife lets you or whatever, your mom. It doesn't matter. You're going to do it, and it's going to be fucking awesome. So, you'll want to follow us, because we are pretty accurate once it gets to, like, football and basketball. Yeah. We can name all kinds of random shit. So, the things to note that are going on right now, we're going to lead off with Kyrie Irving and this whole Cavaliers debacle that's happening at the moment. What are your thoughts right off the rip?
Well, first of all, like, I think that they're trying to act like things aren't a disaster there, but they are. Like, it's just, everything's imploding. I don't think anybody wants to play with LeBron at this point. I mean, you look at his best friends. Dwayne Wade had multiple chances to go there. He won't go there. Carmelo Anthony said he doesn't want to go there now. Mm-hmm. Chris Paul signed with Houston.
Right.
His best friends don't even want to play with him. Obviously, there's tension between him and Kevin Love, and obviously now it comes out with him and Irving.
Mm-hmm. And even Richard Jefferson said he understands why Kyrie wants to leave, and that's a guy at the end of his career saying, "Hey, I just want to win rings, but I can understand why this younger dude would want to just get the fuck out."
Yeah, I mean, Kyrie's been in the league for 6 years. He's played for 3 GMs and 4 coaches in 6 years. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, here's the thing you guys are going to find out about us. We fucking hate LeBron James.
He is a piece of
from
shit.
Ohio. We are from Northeast Ohio. We're from about 45 minutes away from where LeBron James is from. Yeah. We think he's the biggest pussy piece of shit we've ever seen in our lives. We cannot stand him.
I would have absolutely, there's most professional athletes, if I saw him, I would respect them and want to shake their hands or something like that. Not him. And not only that, the dude is 6'8", 6'9", probably. I mean, he's listed at 260. He's probably closer to 290.
Oh well, he's heavier than us.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys. All right, I'd like you guys to weigh in on this. So we've got a little chunkier than we usually are.
Yeah.
And everybody's always talking. Muscle weighs more than fat. This and that. Okay, I'm 5'10", and I weigh 5 pounds less than LeBron.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
He's 6'8", solid muscle. So how is my fat ass 5 pounds less than LeBron? It doesn't make fucking sense. So yeah, definitely like you guys to weigh in on that, because we can't understand it. If any of you fucking understand anatomy better than us, apparently I don't get it.
Yeah, but there's exactly one person in this entire face of this earth that is 6'8" and built like that I would not be afraid to fight, and that's LeBron James. And I'm completely confident that I would beat the shit out of him. I think there would be a better chance of Steph Curry kicking my ass than LeBron James.
I 100% agree. I would bet on you to beat LeBron James's ass before I bet on McGregor to beat Mayweather.
Yeah.
And that's outright. It's not even close. Or Michael Phelps to beat that shark.
Yeah.
What a load of shit that was.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I hope the Mayweather fight's the same thing. I hope it's just McGregor chasing around a hologram. It's some kind of attachment to his body that makes him more fluid in the boxing ring, because he looks like a fucking idiot.
Right.
Yeah,
that would be
cool. Hopefully for McGregor it's a hologram.
Yeah, if not, he's not going to last half the fight.
No, he would do good against that Michael Phelps maybe, though.
Yeah, he would. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and then maybe the Great White Box Mayweather.
Okay,
I can get into that.
Yeah, I can see that.
All right, so Kyrie, We think the best deal. Well, we haven't really gone over it. I think the Suns is the best deal. I think for both teams.
I think that's being talked about a lot too. I think it is a really good deal. I mean, if you take back, say you get, look, you're not getting Josh Jackson.
No,
I don't
it's
give a
not
shit.
happening.
You're not getting them. But if you get back, Dragon Bender, Eric Bledsoe, and a pick, is what they're talking about for Kyrie. I mean, Eric Bledsoe's we averaged like 21-6 last year, or something like that. He's 27 years old. Bender's 19 or 20. Didn't really play last year, but I mean, he's got potential through the roof. So you get that pick. So you're getting younger, and you're still able to compete now. I guess Bledsoe and LeBron are friends until they play with each other for a little bit. But
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, I think that's a good, and of course, if you're the Suns, now all of a sudden you have Kyrie and Booker, which is going to be probably the best backcourt next to the Warriors in basketball. I mean, even maybe the Rockets, but I'm not sure how that's going to work out yet.
I don't know about that yet.
And then you throw in Josh Jackson at the 3, and you got Chris at the 4, and
Still
Tyson
got
Chandler,
T.J. Warren
and
off the bench,
Warren.
Alex Len off the bench.
Right.
That team's looking decent.
It is, and it's a well built team, and it's looking good for the future. So
It is.
I like that trade for both teams.
Exactly, and I think if you're in the Cavaliers ownership realm, if you're Dan Gilbert, what you got to be looking at is LeBron's going to leave you at the altar next year. He's going to ditch you. You just got to accept it. It's not happening. And even if he's not, you got to balls up and start telling him, like, the shit you're doing, it just isn't working. You're building teams that are set to self-destruct in a year.
Yeah.
And you're not good enough to beat the Warriors anyway. You don't have what it takes to beat the Warriors now. I mean, that was a shit show. If you had eyes and you understand basketball, you know that that's not a team that was anywhere close to beating the Warriors last year.
No.
I mean, Clay played only 2 good games the whole series, the whole 5 games of it.
Right.
And 4 games? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
5 games. But, I mean, it was a massacre. It wasn't even close.
It was. And it's going to be like that. And
It's going to be like that.
And
this
those
year.
guys aren't going anywhere. I mean, if anybody for the Warriors leaves in the next 4 years, it would probably be Clay. But,
yeah.
I mean, that's not even a guarantee. It's just
No.
kind of, you just know Curry's staying, and you know KD already said he's staying.
Yeah.
Draymond's not going anywhere. So, and you're always going to be able to get veterans and stuff like that you need. I mean, if you lose Iguodala, if Iguodala retires, then you just have somebody else to step in like that. They almost had Rudy Gay this year.
Yeah, which would have been crazy.
Yeah.
And adding Swaggy P is actually a huge step.
Yeah,
That doesn't
it
get
is.
talked about a lot, but I mean that's another just pure shooter off the bench.
Right.
I mean the guy's a clown. He's not, you resolve that issue with Dolphins, which is big, especially
that
going
is
to the
big.
Bay Area. You're going to see a lot of dolphin tattoos on men's butt cheeks and a lot
Yeah.
of just gay sex.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you will.
Was it? It's a Swaggy P getting good with Dolphins.
He's cool with Dolphins now.
We'll help
yeah,
that.
so that's
That'll be good.
important.
JaVale McGee re-signed too, which is actually huge. That psychopath finally started playing good basketball.
I know.
So, getting him. I actually don't really like that you lost Ian Clark.
Yeah.
I really like Ian Clark there. I hate Sean Livingston, but he plays so good there.
He does. He's really found a role there.
Yeah, that team's not moving anywhere. They're not going anywhere. The only teams that are built to even stand a chance with them are the T-Wolves right now. Are actually, if they play up to snuff, they're built. They can contend with that team if everybody produces.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, so we're talking about Kyrie. I think it's best for the Cavs, and I think it's best for Kyrie to move on.
I think so too. You have your other options. The Heat are a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
You'd have to get back probably Justice Winslow. Dragic, draft picks.
Mm-hmm. Which I don't know. He should still have it.
I think they do.
Yeah.
The Suns are going to be a better deal with that.
You're gonna get higher picks.
Yeah.
And you're getting more young talent.
Yeah.
Justice Winslow's a hustle player. He's solid. He's probably better at this point and probably better next year.
Yeah.
And probably 2 years into the future than Dragon Bender is, but Dragon Bender has the higher ceiling, and with the way
Right.
the NBA is right now with the stretch fours. And LeBron needs that guy that could just stand in the corner and not do fucking shit else.
He
other than
does.
just stand there.
He does. That's all they're allowed to do.
Yeah.
Kevin Love's one of the best post players in the game, but
You
he's
guys-
not allowed in there.
If you tweet on our wall that Kevin Love sucks, we will destroy you.
Yeah.
We fucking love Kevin Love.
The dude he's awesome.
Before he came to Cleveland, he was one of the best rebounders in the league. He was one of the best low post players in the league. He didn't fucking forget how to do that. He could average 30 a game in Minnesota if he fucking wanted to. The guy was great. He's not allowed to run his style of offense. That's why Kyrie wants out, is because you have to run LeBron's offense in LeBron's system, which means that you have to watch LeBron's pussy ass dribble around the fucking top of the key, and you have to be in a certain spot so he could throw his little no-look pass that might just fly out of bounds, and then he can give you this look, and then you head to the bench, or otherwise the coach is out the fucking door. K-Love is good. He's solid. He's not the best defensively, but he could score. He could score in the post. He can rebound. One of the best rebounders in the fucking game.
Right.
So it's just the style you got to play. Bender is not a good rebounder. He never has been. But he's a good shooter. You can put him out there. He's a stretch four. It'll work out. So
that's why Channing Frye's having like the best years of his career at
and that's
40 fucking years old, because
that's all he's ever been.
He just stands there. Yeah, that's all he's
The other location I seen, it would probably be one of Kyrie's favorite was the Knicks, but we already addressed that Carmelo does not want to play with LeBron. He won't come to play with LeBron.
Right.
So he can't go there because that would be the deal there. And another location that's interesting is the San Antonio Spurs. They don't really have the future to give you. They could give you Dejounte Murray, Patty Mills.
Patty Mills just re-signed though, so I don't even know if they'd be able to do that just yet.
Yeah, that's true. They wouldn't be able to do it.
I think they could.
Well, the Cavs can get anybody because the Cavs can drop players that are injured, like Birdman last year.
Yeah.
They could have like 72 people on their roster. They could do whatever they want.
Right.
So that's the good thing about the Cavs.
Right.
LaMarcus Aldridge would probably be in that deal, I would imagine.
He would have to be.
Yeah, so you'd probably get him in there. So, yeah, money-wise, that would work out. And then as far as talent-wise. But again, you're missing out on the young talent and the draft picks, which is crucial.
I guess you would have to play it the way of like sending them Shumpert and Thompson's garbage contracts, and then taking back Aldridge and taking back maybe anything expiring that they have.
If you had to rattle off the top 5 worst contracts in the NBA right now, would the Cavs have 3 of them?
Probably.
J.R. Shumpert and Tristan Thompson?
They might.
I mean, it's just a fucking complete hamstring. And those are LeBron James's fucking guys.
Yeah.
Those are LeBron James handpicked. We want you in here. Tristan Thompson, I mean, the fucking Tristan Thompson's best friend or fucking agent is LeBron's best friend.
Yeah.
So that's how they get in there. That's how they do it. And LeBron, then as soon as it doesn't work out, he backs it off and he says, oh, fucking management hasn't done anything for us to win. We're not built right because of them. No, it's fucking LeBron. Until it's time to take accountability for it, then it's everyone else.
Yeah, the guy has played with so many Hall of Famers, future Hall of Famers, but the second it doesn't work out, it's like, oh well, that wasn't a good fit. That was they shouldn't have done that.
And before anybody even says it, yes, we're LeBron haters. I mean, to the point where it's irrational sometimes. But both of us will tell you he's hands down the best basketball player in the world right now.
Oh, absolutely. And he's a top 5 player all time. I just think he's a big pussy.
We fucking hate him.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's all it is to it. Now, I can't tell you that if I was building a team right now that I would take LeBron over even KD. I don't know if I would. Even hatred aside, I think KD's just meaner than he is and easier to play with as far as being a teammate. So, I don't know about that, but I still do think he's the best basketball player in the world.
Yeah.
He's just a raging pussy.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, moving on. We wanted to talk a little college football today. Because that's coming up. We figured we can cover, like a conference or two each week, talk about it. We've been going over, like, the preliminary looks. Today we were thinking we'd cover the American Conference, which is, so fucking confusing sometimes.
It's like a big mosh pit of like the Big East and
here's like
the
Big
Conference
East,
USA.
That, and then maybe the WAC.
Yeah.
Like whatever team.
There's some WAC.
Yeah. WAC conference. Whoever got fucking disbanded, they just threw them into this conference.
Yeah.
And they're actually pretty fucking good, which is interesting. So, in that conference, we have the winner of that conference being USF. USF is moving on from Taggart who went on to Oregon, and they got Charlie Strong out of Texas as a coach.
Which they got the better end of that deal.
We both like Oregon, and we'll tell you right there, yeah, they got the better end of that deal. Charlie Strong's awesome. He's solid defensively. He had Texas rising up. People don't understand that teams like Texas and teams like Nebraska right now are really tough teams to coach. The expectations are through the roof, and the programs are run to shit into the ground. I mean, Texas, you had 2 quarterbacks back-to-back get fucking concussed out of the league, basically. I mean, how are you supposed to bounce right back from that? And before that, you had Colt McCoy going into Gilbert Godfrey. What was his fucking name? Garrett Gilbert.
Garrett Gilbert, yeah.
Pussy. Yeah, and then it went into Ash, who got concussed, and then Case McCoy, who got concussed. So it was just kind of back-to-back with that, and then Charlie Strong tried to bring in his guys and start them right off the rip, and they weren't ready. So kind of starting with a raw deal. Little known fact, Case McCoy has a bigger penis than Colt McCoy.
He does, yeah. Wikipedia said
It
it.
was on Wikipedia. We caught it the one night it was on there.
Yeah, so it's definitely true. Anything you read on there is true.
Everything on Wikipedia is true. Kiddies, if you're still awake and you're watching this, write all your reports off Wikipedia and then just like cite other shit. That's what anybody does. That's what adults do. So Charlie Strong going to USF, that's pretty big. USF already had an explosive offense last year. Their weak point, it's not really was a weak point, but in the games that they lost, the weak point was their defense. And Charlie Strong's going to address that.
Right. And I mean, you have a top quarterback in the country, Quentin Flowers coming back. You have, most of their weapons on offense back. They got a lot
Pretty
back.
much everything's coming back on offense.
Yeah. We don't think they're going to lose a game this year.
We have them running the table. Even their non-conference schedule, they have like Illinois.
Yeah, was it Illinois? And there's a team that's like similar to Illinois.
That's somebody else irrelevant, really. That was the only 2 games we didn't have mapped out, and we think they're going to beat both of those. So yeah, we have USF running the table with Charlie Strong, and it's going to be a good-looking team. It's going to be a legitimate team that might end up, cracking top close to 15. When all's said and done, I mean, their conference, their schedule's not very strong.
They'll end up being top 10, but...
You think?
Yeah.
It's tough with that schedule. It is a pretty weak schedule.
Yeah, I don't think, depending on what else happens, I don't think they'll be a playoff team. Like, if everybody lost 2 games, then yeah, they would be. But everybody's not going to lose 2 games.
No, this year's got, even from just what we've looked at early, it's got a lot of parity kind of written within it, but it's just 1 or 2 teams taking a step back and a couple other teams just taking a step up.
Right.
It's maybe Washington takes that step back and USC takes that step up.
Right.
So it's not a big switch up from what's been going on, but a couple teams, and you're going to still be looking at your Oklahomas in the top 6, and,
Yeah.
Still looking at that kind.
And there's a lot of stars coming back around the country. Mm-hmm. It seems like every few years you have that year where you have a lot of guys coming back from the year before that were studs last year, and they're all coming back. And then you have, of course, like your young guys that you don't know about yet, and some of those guys will rise up. So this is going to be a good year for college football.
It's going to be an interesting year, that's for sure. In that conference, we have the second best team being Houston. As you guys probably know if you follow, Tom Herman is out of Houston. He went to Texas, that's a major step up for Texas. I know we kind of just sucked Charlie Strong's dick there for a minute, but
Herman's all right.
I mean, he's the next big thing. I think that's pretty much universally agreed upon, and he's a quarterback guru. And that kid they got there is looking pretty good. So
Kyle Allen.
For Texas, I meant.
But, for Texas,
yeah. No, but Houston does have Kyle Allen, who was a 5-star recruit for Texas A&M. Something interesting. We've never really found a story on it, why it happened, why all those quarterbacks left Texas A&M just in rapid succession. What was it? It was fucking Kenny Hill left first, and then Kyle Allen and one more, right?
There was 3 of them total.
Yeah,
it's weird.
Never really found the answer to that. We both think Kevin Sumlin's kind of on the hot seat this year. Oddly enough, I think he's like one of the next guys that could go to the NFL.
Well, he looks so much like Mike Tomlin. So.
That's probably half of it.
Yeah,
is,
that hairline. He's got such a straight. I mean, it's just.
It
like
is.
that.
It's completely lined up, and he's
Yeah.
so cool.
He is. He's really
like
cool.
him and Tomlin are Wesley Snipes cool. Like
Yeah.
you're so scared to say the wrong thing around them because they look like they could just freak out and beat your ass at any given moment. But like 99% of the time, they're cool as shit.
Right.
It's just they got that 1% where they got to remind you that they're hard ass.
Listen, Kevin Sumlin would beat the fuck out of LeBron James.
Oh, it's not even close.
Guaranteed.
Not even close. And Mike Tomlin banged LeBron James's mom.
Yeah.
Right after Delonte West.
Yeah, exactly.
Delonte West was the first fucking guy to like have the rivalry with LeBron James.
Yeah.
And he won that rivalry.
Yeah, because he banged LeBron's mom.
LeBron's mom.
And then he had those he had those assault rifles in that guitar case.
Yeah.
And
now he's dancing for money on the subway.
Yeah.
You can't make it up.
Yeah.
But he won because he banged LeBron's mom.
Right.
Because, I mean, right now, LeBron, it's the steroid. If LeBron wasn't on steroids, he might be dancing for money on the subway.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
So there's no really coming back from that. You know, like if you ran a Fortune 500 company and I was sucking dicks for money on the corner, but I banged your mom, like I won it life.
You win. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
It doesn't matter if your mom's attractive. It doesn't
Right.
matter.
Doesn't matter.
No,
You win.
I banged your mom. It's
Yeah.
over. There's nothing you could ever say to me. You know, you could sit there and chuck pennies at my nuts, and I would just be like, dude, I banged your mom.
Right.
And you'd have to walk away because I win.
Exactly.
So, Delonte West might be the only one that's really come out on top against LeBron James.
Well, and the Warriors. But yeah.
Yeah. LeBron had that video today where he was working out. Like, fucking 2 days after Steph Curry's making fun of him at that wedding.
Yeah.
And Kyrie Irving's, like, joining in. Then LeBron's like, oh, you know what I should do? Make a really cool workout video. And I'll title it, I Never Lose. You just fucking lost, dipshit. You just
Yeah, you
fucking...
just
you remember?
lost.
The last thing you did was lose.
Yeah.
Oh, it's out of your mind now. You forgot. You have that short-term memory. That's
The dude like admits that he does like Pilates and yoga for his workouts, yet he's the size of fucking Lennox Lewis.
right.
Like,
Does that make any sense to anybody? Why is nobody calling him out on roids?
yeah, it's ridiculous.
He's what, 33, 34 now, and he's playing better. He's in better shape than he's ever been in his life.
Yeah.
He's fucking juiced.
Yeah.
There's
There's
no question. So, I mean, that's just fucking ridiculous right there.
Yeah.
Jesus, we just got back on
We
LeBron
got
James
way.
for football.
Yeah. So we have
so
Houston.
easy. We fucking hate him.
We have Houston with that one loss. They one loss in conference. You know, with Allen, obviously with Kyle Allen, and they got a lot of studs coming back. So
And Major Applewhite's their coach.
Major Applewhite's, I think he'll be fine there.
Isn't that the dude that, like, poisoned everybody's Kool-Aid and made them all kill themselves? Right?
Major
That
Applewhite?
cult, yeah, that cult leader. Wasn't it, like, Major Applewhite?
It might have been. Well, I do know that
It was someone like that.
I do remember that back in college, Chris Sims took his starting job, and Chris Sims was a piece of shit.
Yeah, Chris
So,
Sims almost died
Yeah.
because his appendix blew up. when he
Yeah.
played for the
Well, it was
Tampa Bay.
probably Major Applewhite.
that's what it was. Was Major Applewhite did it? Yeah. I swear to God, it was someone like that. But anyways, Major Applewhite was Texas Longhorns quarterback, and he was their offensive coordinator, or the quarterback's coach last year.
Quarterback coach, yeah.
Yeah. So he's coming into town. That should be a pretty smooth transition coming from, Tom Herman, who was the quarterback guru. Now you're going to another quarterback that was a quarterback coach. So it makes a lot of sense. Kyle Allen should be happy with that. Major Applewhite obviously has the Texas connection.
Right.
So Houston shouldn't be losing a whole ton as far as their system goes. I mean, it's hard to say that when you're losing one of the top corners in the country. You're losing Greg Ward Jr., who was a Heisman contender.
Right.
So you're losing a lot, but they got a lot of guys filling in pieces. A lot of people are picking them to fall back a little bit. We like them to stay right in line and come in second in that conference probably. So then next you got kind of falling in, you got Navy.
Navy's going to be a step back this year. I think defensively they're going to be all
You need
right.
another beer, bro?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be right back. You got to cover it.
I think defensively they're going to be all right. Offensively, though, they lost. They lost their quarterback. They lost a lot of their weapons on offense. So I don't think they're going to be that good. I think they're going to be We got them 2 losses in conference, probably 4 or 5 overall. They're not going to be terrible. They'll be a bowl team, but they're not going to be their normal Navy self.
Talk about how they didn't let Taco come back.
Yeah, they didn't let Taco come back, which I thought that was kind of ridiculous. Like, what was it? It was because
It's because they just don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't. They just don't do that. I don't believe he was going overseas or anything like that.
No.
It's just not something they traditionally do. To bring somebody back as like as a red shirt 5-year starter or
Right.
player. So yeah, they let him go, and now they have some white guy.
Yeah, I don't remember his name. I remember
Yeah.
he was pretty bad last
Yeah, he
year,
was
though.
terrible when he filled in for the triple option.
So yeah, I think they're gonna be. I mean, they're still gonna be Navy. They're still gonna be pretty good, but
Like we had them losing about 5 games overall on their
Yeah.
conference or on their schedule, but their conference schedule we had them losing 2.
yeah.
It's not a strong conference overall this year.
No, you have like a couple teams at the top, but we got Memphis and Temple both next with 3 losses.
Right. Those are your
losses
next
in
2, and
conference.
both of those are huge step back from where those programs have been.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, as far as the conference, we have them still pretty strong, but we do have them falling off a little bit. Memphis has a senior quarterback, Riley Ferguson.
I think that's it.
So I believe he's a senior. Shows flashes. He's a little inconsistent. Decent passing completion percentage, but I know he turns the ball over a little bit, which isn't a good thing when you don't have a stout defense. But Temple, we have losing 3. A little bit of a worry with Temple in their losing Matt Rule.
Whatever.
He's going to Baylor to deal with just that absolute shit show down there. I don't even know what the thought was. Well, God told him.
Yeah,
God
yeah.
told him.
God told him to do that.
God.
It was
you
a
for that one. God.
it was in a restaurant in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it was at a restaurant. God told him to go to Baylor, so
Right.
I guess good for him.
I've always liked him. No problems with God either. It's just weird that
It's
conversation
like a weird
went that
fit.
way.
Yeah, weird
Yeah.
fit like God, Rule, and
And Baylor.
Baylor. Yeah, it's a weird fit.
Yeah, Temple's like they're kind of a Christian school, aren't they?
I think they are.
I thought
I'm pretty sure
they
are.
were. Maybe they lost that because of Cosby.
Yeah, probably. That makes sense.
That's weird with all that stuff coming out about Cosby, and then he just goes to another place where they just beat the shit out of women.
Yeah,
What a mess college football is
it
sometimes.
is.
We are both of the belief, by the way, that college athletes should be able to not do college at all and go to like basically a G League, D League,
Yeah,
whatever the fuck
yeah.
they call it nowadays, like how the NBA has. We both believe there should be a third option altogether where they go, they get paid, not tons of money, but they get paid.